Hi everyone, welcome to MDC, the Haitian community. My name is James Pierre. Wonderful conversation today, I can promise you. He's a Haitian American author, born and raised in South Florida, but stay connected with the Haitian community. I'm talking about Haitian American author Kevin Dorival. Kevin, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So like I said, you were born and raised here in South Florida, but you stay connected with the Haitian culture.
Oh, definitely. It's in my bloodline, DNA.
Yeah, so your parents are Haitian, so tell me about the relationship inside of the house.
It was very interesting, you know, because my mom doesn't speak too good of English, but she understands it somewhat, and I understand Creole really good, but I can't speak it too well. But the funny thing is that my sisters and brother, well, my one sister and my other brothers, I'm the second of 5 kings, I always say that, they speak Creole very well.
Yeah,
But not
so you're the one left behind.
Right.
Because you refused to learn it, or you didn't have a chance to learn it?
I think because they spent more time in the house, and I was playing football and track since I was like 14 years old, so I was always out and about, actually playing football on the streets since elementary, but actually playing Little League football in high school, track and field, so I stayed very busy. Yeah. Right.
It's interesting you told me about your connection with your mother.
Correct.
You didn't mention your father.
Right. My father didn't play a big role in my life, you know. It was a little to non-existent relationship, you know, maybe a phone call once a year, you know. So that did bother me a lot growing up, but I forgive him for it, you know. It just, you know, wasn't in him. I want to be a better father, a better man myself.
Wow, wow. Right. So was that affecting you in a deeper way? Because, you know, you want him to be there, he wasn't there, and so you definitely by yourself without the father figure.
Oh, definitely, definitely. You know, I always had this analogy, like when a father isn't there for their children, you leave your kids there, you know, out in the streets for the wolves. You know, they don't have that protection. You know, every boy needs that affirmation from his father. Daughters as well, but the boys, they really need that, because a mother can't teach a boy how to be a man. She can, you know, give him some examples, but she can't really teach him that, you know. Her job is to be the nurturer. The father's job is to be the protector.
So at home,
yes, sir,
you experience the Haitian culture, you know, correct, the labouilly, the duriac sauce pois, the legume, legume, right? Definitely. But at outside home, right, and you know, at school, this is the American culture.
Yeah.
So how was the transition for you from the Haitian culture to the American culture?
Well, for me, you know, you have different groups. You have some groups that, you know, you have to be American to hang with these Americans, or Haitian, deal with the Haitians. And you have another group that likes, you know, merges well with both sides. I was one of those people who kind of merged with both sides. There were some Haitian American fights, which I had to get involved with, unfortunately. But for the most part, I loved everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially the, you know, Black American girls. You know, a lot of them didn't date any Haitian guys, but they made an exception with me. I guess because I was a little popular.
Yeah.
Right. With
as an athlete, right?
As an athlete, correct. You know, you have that star power.
Yeah. Like we said in Creole, on bon timoun son timoun desordre, right? So you were not behaving too well in school, so you got into trouble.
Sometimes. I wasn't as bad as a lot of my, you know, peers were, but, you know, I got in a little trouble, skipped school a few times, and got introduced to drugs. Not, well, only weed. I didn't do anything else. Yeah. I wouldn't do anything else. But there were other kids doing bigger drugs. But yeah, you know, get a few, you know, little fights here and there.
What was the reaction of your mother in all of that?
She hated it. You know, one, you're going to get a whooping, you know. But then you get suspended, and, you know, she's missing work, having to leave her job to come, especially at the time she didn't have a car. So she had to catch the bus to come get me. I mean, I knew what she had to go through in losing those hours. You know, I wanted to keep the lights on, or at least allow her to work so we can keep the lights on. And sometimes we went out with no lights or water, unfortunately. So that teaches you to be humble.
Wow.
Right.
Now you're a public figure, you're a motivator, you're motivating so many inside of the Haitian community and also other communities. Sure. You're not afraid to share your stories with others so they can get inspired and be a better person. But one thing that is that you mentioned also inside of your book is you got into deeper trouble, you went to jail. Tell me about that.
Yes, the jail stint was something, it was a wake-up call, you know. My first year I went to South Dakota, and I came back, and, you know, my mother, she didn't want that. I was doing so well up there. I was excluded from everybody. You know, I had my highest GPA, 3.5 GPA. I've never had a GPA like that in my life, ever. So when I came back, you know, she didn't want me to come back, you know. Not that she didn't love me, like, you know, you're doing too well up there. But I came back, hung around some friends, And like right now, I have about 15 or 20 of my family and friends doing either 60 or more years in prison. Some of them doing life sentences, to be honest.
Wow.
So for me, I was able to avoid that. But I did like 9 months for a cocaine possession charge, and that was a wake-up call, and I never turned back from there. I looked at my life. I didn't like what was going on, and I made a decision like, this is a mistake. Mistakes happen. Let's move forward. So I took a piece of paper and I wrote down a line, and one side with all the positives that I had going on, whether at the current time or in the past, and all the negative things in my life. And I noticed the negative side was very long. So I had to cross out and certain things or people that I knew I just had to get out of my life. And eventually I went back to school, got my degree from Florida Atlantic University, and graduated in 2005 with a major in political science, minor in marketing.
Wow. So obviously you changed your life. You said, you know what, this is not working. I need to make a major change. You said you had to cross some of the things that you felt that they were not working.
Right.
Was bad influence one of them?
Definitely. Bad influences from friends, from family members. I just had to get rid of them. Kind of like a flight. You can't really elevate high with a lot of luggage. So you have to get rid of some luggage so you can elevate and go further. And that's what I'm doing now.
Wow. Wonderful conversation, ladies and gentlemen, with Haitian-American author Kevin Dorival. He decided to share his stories inside of a book, The Courage to Believe. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, much more to know about him.
Be creative. Be a hero. Be the solution. Be connected. Be innovative. Be global. Be successful. Be you. Be MDC. Be Miami-Dade College.
You're watching MDC, the Haitian community. Our special guest today is Kevin Dorival, Haitian-American author, born and raised in South Florida. Now joining the Haitian community because his parents are Haitians. He wants to make a difference. Kevin, you have a book, The Courage to Believe. What inspired you to have that on paper? Say, you know what, this is the time to share my personal stories with others.
Well, some people told me I was very brave, first of all, for making my story, my life public. But when I was locked up during those 9 months, I made a promise to God, like, if you get me out of the situation, I will give back and do the best I can to save as many of our youth that I can from making the same mistake that I did. And I've kept that vow ever since then. So that's why I had to write the book, and also because I want to leave a legacy. I want to write something that can be passed down from generation to generation, and so the people in my family be like, Uncle Kevin or great-great-great-grandfather Kevin Dorival wrote this book, So, I just wanted something to leave behind that was positive.
Yeah. Let's go inside of your book. Several chapters, but there are some that I'm very interested about.
Yes.
The wet foot, dry foot. You said when you saw in 2002 several Haitians coming over here in the United States, in South Florida, especially on a boat, you were inside of a jail.
Correct.
Right? And you were amazed by the reaction of African Americans. They were not making jokes about that situation.
Yes, it was a very sensitive and intense situation being viewed there on the television because every channel was showing that at the time. When you're in jail, you're going to have a few channels anyway.
Yeah.
So, so when someone was making, people were making these noises, I stepped out and I'm looking at the television screen and seeing my people jump off the boats into the water, into the sand off the coast of Miami and onto the road and jumping on the cars that were passing by. You just see the desperation in their eyes. Some people got emotional about it. So another reason why it was very interesting to me is that African Americans were not joking about it, either because they were scared of the Haitians that were there, because majority of the jail was black anyway. Either you were Haitian or American or possibly Jamaicans. There were no different, folks in there, but majority black, and you have a few Hispanics and whites. And so I was glad that they did. It probably would have been a fight in the jail if they did. Because people, the Haitians in there were they're very mad. And for me, I was thinking more about what was going to happen to them. As you know, in America, most likely when the Haitians come here, they always send our people back. From the situation, they just risked their lives on the ocean to come here and to be sent back. So it's very, it hurts you. It hurts you.
Yeah. You talk also about the first time you left South Florida. You went to South Dakota.
Right, first time.
And first time you saw snow. Tell me about that one.
Wow, South Dakota was a great experience. It's a culture shock. Being from South Florida, all I know is either blacks and Hispanics, and white people as well. But up there, it's nothing but white people. I think maybe the school had maybe 10 black kids, and I was one of them. So going up there and experiencing that weather, I've never seen snow. And I remember the first time I seen snow was after track practice. We had track practice. It was very cold. And we go in the cafeteria to eat. And as I'm leaving, I'm seeing, these white things come out of the sky. And I'm looking like a kid in Disney World. I'm like, oh my God, this is snow. So I knew eventually it was going to happen.
Yeah.
You're in the Midwest. You're going to see snow. So
wow,
it was a great feeling.
It was a wonderful experience. You have a slogan, love, peace, and good food.
Yes.
What was that one?
That's something that I kind of get from Bob Marley. Bob Marley didn't say that, but from his music and his vibe, life is about love and peace and eating good. No one wants to starve. And growing up as a kid, I've always, had something in my spirit to help alleviate world hunger, which I know I can't do by myself. But I started a nonprofit organization to help out in other different countries, with food and also literacy and education.
Wow. I want to go back from South Dakota now to South Florida, and especially the Haitian community. So when you said, okay, that's fine in South Dakota, I moved back to Miami, you start, joining the Haitian community, get involved. Correct. How was the first step for you? What is it you had to do to initiate that movement?
Well, first you got to go to some bars, go some, get some compa dancing going on. Or a lot of my friends are Haitian, so it wasn't as if I had to work that hard. I just had to, spend more time with Haitians specifically and understanding what were the concerns. And I've, come to understand that one of the biggest concerns is that transition from, coming from Haitian culture into the American culture, now understanding the system, and especially the laws. So when I began to understand the laws and explaining that to some of my Haitian friends or their family members who didn't understand the system, that gave me that niche to get deeper into the community.
Wow.
Right.
And how was it for you? What was the reaction of your mother, especially your mother's a role model for you? How was the reaction when your mother saw that, oh, wow, now you become a man, you have a book, you're a model for others, and you decided to give back?
Well, very interesting. My mother's resting in peace right now. She's in heaven. But she helped me write the first chapter of the book, which is the Royal Bloodline. So she was very proud to know that one of her kids was writing a book. And I had to ask her a lot of questions about our people in OCOP and Port-au-Prince. And, I always had something in me. I felt as if somebody in my family did something great and grand. Who was it? And it was my grandfather. He was a judge in Haiti.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. That's very great. That's
Correct.
very great. So now you have a book. You have several books, but the one that I have right now is The Courage to Believe, Never Give Up, Keep Moving Forward. I want to talk. Let's just show the viewers so they can see the cover. You have a lion.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you have that as your cover?
Okay, a lot of people think because lion means Leo. I'm a Leo. No, the lion represents courage. And if you look deeper into the book cover, you notice that there's a forest in the face of the lion. So at one point in time, I was lost in the forest, and now I have found myself. And understanding who you are gives you courage. Having that consciousness and knowing your history and knowing that God has a purpose for you, it gives you the belief that anything is possible. You can knock down any Goliath, and I've had several Goliaths in my life, and I'm still standing here strong. So that's
I want to talk about some different sessions you do, keynote speaker, several mentor sessions inside the Haitian community, but after the commercial break.
Okay,
Stay with us.
perfect.
You're watching MDC in the Haitian community. My name is James Pierre. Our special guest, Kevin Dorival, with his book, The Courage to Believe. He has several books, and I really encourage you to read his books, and if not, get in touch with him so you learn more about his stories. We'll be right back.
Be creative. Be a hero. Be the solution. Be connected. Be innovative. Be global. Be successful. Be you. Be MDC. Be Miami-Dade College.
Welcome back to our last segment. You are watching MDC in the Haitian community with James Pierre. Our guest is Kevin Dorival, a passionate person who cares deeply for people. This compassion is reflected in all of his community endeavors. Kevin, you are very active in the Haitian community. Tell me of some of the activities that you are doing now to elevate that community.
Definitely. I was just one of the keynote speakers for a Kwanzaa event here at the Little Haiti Cultural Center. And the theme was Kuji Chagalia, which represents self-determination. So that was a beautiful event. I also have a nonprofit called Courage to Believe International, named it after the book. And what we do is we have a mentoring program where we help kids learn how to play chess. But they don't just learn how to play chess, they learn life skills, in the midst of playing chess, learn how to strategize in life, which is very, very excited about that program. We've been doing it for the past year now. Well, actually, I've been doing it for the past year by myself. I just got the nonprofit, so now I have a board and everyone helps and support. And I have a new book coming out called, which hopefully it makes me rich, It's called 7 Types of Queens, King's Desire.
Wow.
It's to be released next month. I've actually been invited to go to the UK to do a book signing there, a book tour. I'm very excited about that. And, that's pretty much what I have going on thus far.
How you feel sharing your stories inside of the Haitian community with others, with other, Haitian immigrants or Haitian Americans?
I love it, because especially when it has young kids in there, because I can see myself, through those kids. And so I understand what they're going through. So I know exactly what to tell them and what to say to encourage them to believe in themselves, because I wasn't always confident. As a matter of fact, it wasn't up until the 5th grade that I met a teacher, because I had a big speech impediment problem and I never made honor roll. But once I met a teacher, someone who believed in me, I made honor roll throughout the year, which was the first time I ever did that. And I actually began to believe in myself that, the future is in my hands. It's a matter of what I decide to do, what choices I make. And so I've been to a couple of Haitian churches, speaking at different churches, and American churches as well, and different schools from elementary to university. So, it's a matter of time that I become like a multi-millionaire. And not just for the money, I know what to do with my money, which is to invest back in the community and to help many other kids go to college and start their own businesses, economic empowerment.
Sure. How do they react to your message, to your stories?
People love it, I had a couple people shed tears, because they've actually been there, and they I guess the fact that I'm able to give my story and to talk about it, they have the bravery to do it. It encourages them to also share their story and to recover, not recover, but what I'm trying to say here.
To be a better person in the meantime, because they were dealing with some issues, and now they felt your story helped them to be better.
Overcome. Helps them overcome their adversities. And that's something that I wouldn't say an expert, but I've been very good at overcoming some things. And last but not least, we also host the annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel in Broward, but I'm looking to move it to Miami, so hopefully you can help me with that. But we want to do this nationwide. We want to help, reduce the violence within the Black community, but more importantly, create solutions. whether it's starting businesses, mentoring programs. A lot of kids, a lot of the youth, they just need that extra support. So we want to be the catalyst for that extra support, whether we do it ourselves or we reach out to different communities, different cities across the nation that has the resources to do so. A lot of people just need guidance, and so I'm here to help provide that guidance.
Talking about community, you grew up in in that community. Now it's just like a different community. You have more of you guys doing several great things in the community, educating others, empowering others. How do you see the community where do you see the community instead in the next 5 to 10 years now?
The next 5 to 10 years, based on what we teach, within the community, because you can have education, but what are you teaching them within that education? So I think that within 5, 10 years, the fact that now we understand, okay, there's been a recession going on, so we understand now we got to focus more on money and politics of money. So let's teach the kids, economic empowerment, how to make the money circulate within the Haitian community, within the Black community, so that they can, support ourselves instead of, depending on the government. We spend, as Black people, we spend over $1.3 trillion last year. I mean, you know how many jobs? We are job creators. So we should be benefiting from that. So that's part of what I kind of preach, so to speak, but that's what I believe in, I believe a lot of the answers, even the Bible says it. For those who believe, in God or read the Bible, money is an answer to a lot of things, So, I mean, if we have $1.3 trillion, we create our own corporations. We can create scholarships, all over the country, all over the world. So as long as I'm able to, I know I don't have all the answers, but I truly believe as long as I'm able to give other kids coming or youth coming behind me more opportunities to educate themselves or to get educated, then we have a bright future ahead.
Yeah. I want to make sure that we invite you to Haiti, because you got to see Haiti as well, because I know you know a lot about the Haitian culture. This is your culture,
yes.
But you've never been to Haiti.
Correct.
And this is something that is bothering you a bit, I'm guessing. So we have to make sure that we invite you
yes.
to Haiti so you see the country. But you've been trying to visit Haiti.
I've tried twice on my own, and once my car got stolen, and actually it was a repo, to be honest with you. The car company wanted me to make double payments when I was almost finished paying the car. Yeah. They took the car literally, and you know what? It's funny you mention that. They took the car literally the day after Haitian Independence Day.
Wow.
And so another time I was trying to go to Haiti, the earthquake happened. So instead of going to Haiti, we went to, because I already took the time off from work. I had the money, got my passport. Yeah. And we was planning to go to Haiti. The earthquake happened, so we had to make a decision whether we're gonna go to Bahamas or Jamaica. So I decided to go to Jamaica because I haven't been.
Talking about the earthquake, I wanted to have quickly, since time is running, your take on the earthquake. When you saw that on TV, what was your reaction?
That was devastating. That was devastating, for a couple of reasons. So many people died, rest in peace to everyone. That my condolences to everyone who lost family members. I didn't lose any family members, thank God, but a lot of my friends did. And so it just really showed the situation of our Haitian people, and the resilience. We're very strong and proud people. Even before Toussaint Louverture, his history, he knew about his people in Africa and Benin. Yeah. So we come from a long line of warrior kings and queens. So seeing that our people come from, being the first independent nation, Black nation in the Western Hemisphere, to live in a deplorable situation and then have the earthquake on top of that, it really shattered a lot of dreams and lives. But I do believe things will turn around. Because a lot of people are helping out in Haiti, even Haitians that are doing well in America. We even have Haitian judges and Supreme Court judges, in the state Supreme Court. So I truly believe that as long as people like that, people like us, know the situation, want to come back and to encourage our people, and it'll be a beautiful thing in a matter of time. But I will be going to Haiti this year. Absolutely.
We can't wait to see you back here on stage to tell us more about your visit in Haiti.
Thank you.
Kevin, you're a man of faith. Kevin Dorival, The Courage to Believe. That's your book. Never give up. Keep moving forward. Thank you so much for being here.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
And thank you to you as well for watching another episode of MDC in the Haitian community. My name is James Pierre. See you next time.